Hermitage Vikings or any other students watching this video. It's Mrs. Graves. I'm here to talk to you and read you a story about a holiday called Chanukah. You may or may not have heard of the holiday Chanukah. Chanukah comes every year in the wintertime around, normally it's in mid-December. Sometimes it's a little earlier in November, or sometimes it might be later in December. So some of the symbols you might have seen with Chanukah is a menorah. These are the candles that Jewish people, the people who celebrate Chanukah like myself, light. Each night, there's 8 nights, we light a different candle with this middle candle called the shamish. Shamish means helper in the language Hebrew that we speak. We also play a fun game with this little spinny top, which is called a dreidel. And you can see there's Hebrew letters on it. When we play the game, we play with chocolate coins called gelt. So the story I'm going to read to you today is called Meet the Latkes. And you'll notice you might see some of the symbols I just showed you on the cover. The menorah, and here's the dreidel. A latke is something really yummy we cook. We fry potatoes in oil, and it's like a potato pancake or like a hash brown, but we call it a latke. This book is called Meet the Latkes, written by Alan Silberberg. Meet the Latkes. Meet the Latke family. They're just like you and me, except they're potato pancakes. That's Lucy Latke and her dog Applesauce. Hello, woof! Mama and Papa are busy in the kitchen making fried jelly donuts. And we also eat those, and they're called sufganiyot. Lucy's older brother, Lex, is reading comic books. Get out of my room, he shouts. Lex is a teenager. He doesn't care about anything. I don't care. But Lex should care because tonight's the night, Lucy sings. It's the first night of Chanukah. No, it's not. Oh, right, there's someone else in the Latke family. Grandpa! Hi there! Tonight's not Chanukah, Grandpa says. It's Chanukah. That's what I said. Lucy is confused. Chanukah. Grandpa grumbles. Say it with me. Actually, both Chanukah and Chanukah are right. The holiday's name is Hebrew, so there are different ways to spell it and say it in English. Chanukah or Chanukah. Thanks, Applesauce, says Lucy's. Says Grandpa. Getting ready for Chanukah, the Latke family cooks and sings, oh, dreidel, 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 and decorates the house, except for Lex. He still doesn't care about anything. I still don't care. Then, after the menorah is lit and dreidels are spun and gelt gets gobbled, Grandpa plops Lucy onto his lap. Do you want to hear about the miracle of Chanukah, my little Latke? I do, Lucy says, biting into her last chocolate coin. Grandpa begins with just a whisper. First, you need to know about the bees. Bees? Lucy asks. Grandpa nods. Chanukah is a celebration of how the Jewish temple was saved from destruction. We celebrate this holiday thanks to the brave bees who buzzed and stung and fought to keep our people safe. I'm pretty sure there aren't any bees in the history of Hanukkah or Chanukah. Fat, says Grandpa. Whose story is this? Lucy's eyes widen. Were the bees big, Grandpa? Big. They were huge, giant. They were mega bees. You mean Maccabees? Nope, Grandpa says. Definitely mega bees, and the biggest, bravest out of them all was Judah Megabe. Judah Megabe, he was a mighty warrior and heroic Jew who lived in Israel more than 2,000 years ago. And there were no bees. But Lucy can see it now, Judah and his swarm of giant bees buzzing and stinging and fighting to save the Jewish temple and the lives of everyone who worshipped there. And who do you think Judah and his big bees were battling, Grandpa asked. That's easy, it was alien potatoes from Planetcha, Grandpa booms. No. Yes, this is ridiculous. Zip, zap, zowie, Grandpa continues. Outer space spuds invaded Earth. Lasers shot from their eyes, and they had a lot of eyes. Everyone was doomed. Help! Are you kidding me? The enemy wasn't a bunch of alien potatoes. It was a terrible king named Antiochus. Antiochus demanded that everyone believe in the same religion as he did, Applesauce goes on. So for the Jews, that meant no more studying Torah, no more celebrating Shabbat, and never again worshiping God. King Antiochus and his followers almost completely destroyed the Jewish temple. No No. He was a tyrant. Yes, a tyrant, agrees Grandpa. Judah and the Megabees were trapped by those evil-tater tyrants from planet Chup. Prisoners in their own hive, they had only enough honey to last one day. Running out of honey? No, they were running out of oil. They needed oil to keep the temple's eternal flame burning. And they weren't bees. Shh. The Megabees plotted and schemed, Grandpa said, and the next morning when the sun rose out on the temple, an enormous wooden dreidel stood in the village square. What could it be, the alien potatoes all wondered, and why does it buzz? Lucy waves her arms. I know, the Megabees were hiding inside the dreidel. Smart Latkes, cries Grandpa. Blitz, plats, plats! The Megabees burst from the dreidel and sliced and whipped and mashed those tater tyrants into tatters. Tattered tater tyrants, Lucy asks. Try saying that 3 times fast, Grandpa says. Tattered tater tyrants. Tattered tater tyrants. Tattered tater tyrants. That is hard to say. And then, miracle of miracles, Grandpa said. Judah Megabee stood in the middle of all those spoiled studs. What a waste, he said. And so that great warrior added some egg and onion and a pinch of flour to make something good from the bad. Potato latkes. Us? Us? Oi. Lucy's eyes and mouth are open wide. So the miracle of Chanukah is that a long time ago, Megabees turned alien potatoes into latkes? Is that really true? Of course that's not true. The miracle of Chanukah is that not only did a small group of Maccabees protect their temple from King Antiochus' powerful armies, but also the tiny bit of oil left to light the holy menorah didn't just last for one day. That oil kept the eternal light bright for 8 whole days. Lucy points to her family's glowing menorah. 8 candle holders, 8 days of the Hanukkah miracle, and the shamus, the tallest candle, to light all the other candles. You know what, says Grandpa? I like the dog's miracle better. Me too, says Mama. Me too, says Papa. I don't care, says Lex, stuffing his face with chocolate gelt. Lex, you left your room, cries Mama. It's another Hanukkah miracle. Hanukkah! Grandpa pats applesauce. Now that we all know the Hanukkah story, he gives a wooden dreidel a little spin. Who wants to hear about Passover? That's another Jewish holiday. The end. I hope you enjoyed this silly story with some potato latkes and enjoyed learning a little bit about Hanukkah. Thanks for watching. Bye.